sa Middle East, kundi sa Pilipinas. Ang mismong paraisong sinasabing pinagmulan ng sangkatauhan. Ang hardin kung saan unang lumakad sina Adan at Eva ay maaaring hindi pala nasa lupang tigang at disyerto. Hindi nasa isang bansang puno ng kagubatan, ilog, bundok, at buhay. Wild, hindi ba? Parang twist sa pelikula na hindi mo ini-expect. Pero bago ka mapangiti o mapataas ang kilay, huminga ka muna. Dahil sa video na ito, aalamin natin kung bakit ang Hardin ng Eden ay posibleng nasa Pilipinas. Bubuksan natin isa-isa ang mga bakas, ang mga lumang teksto, ang geografiya, ang alamat, at ang likas na yaman ng Pilipinas na nakakagulat na tumutugma sa misteryosong paglalarawan ng Eden. Pero bago yon, huwag kalimutang mag-like, comment, at subscribe for more contents like this. Let's get started. Ang simula, ang paraiso na hindi mahanap-hanap. Sa loob ng libo-libong taon, walang mas malaking misteryo sa kasaysayan ng tao kundi ang lokasyon ng Hardin ng Eden. Dito raw nagsimula ang unang tao. Dito raw umunlad ang buhay sa lupang mayaman. At dito rin nagsimula ang kwento ng sangkatauhan. Itinuro sa maraming scholar, history textbooks at religious traditions na ang Eden ay nasa gitna ng rehiyon ng Tigris at Euphrates. Ang lugar na ngayon ay bahagi ng Iraq. Bakit? Binanggit kasi ng Genesis ang apat na ilog na ito. Ang Tigris, Euphrates, Gihon at Pishon. Kaya natural lang na isipin ng mga tao noon. Ibig sabihin, dito nga sa Middle East ang Garden of Eden. Pero hindi pala ganun kasimple ang mundo, mga kabida. Hindi lahat na nakasulat ay literal. Hindi lahat na pangalan ng lugar noon ay pareho pa rin ang tawag ngayon. At higit sa lahat, hindi ibig sabihin na ang mga ilog na nabanggit sa Biblia ay doon na agad ang Eden. Kumbaga sa puzzle, 4 na piraso pa lang yon, hindi pa buong larawan. Hanggang ngayon, kahit na libo-libong pag-aaral at excavation na ang ginawa, walang tiyak na lokasyon ang Eden. Wala ring matibay na ebidensya na nasa Mesopotamia nga ito. Ang malaking tanong, what if mali ang lugar na tinuturo sa history books? At dito nagsisimulang pumasok ang kakaibang posibilidad. What if, sa loob ng libo-libong taon, mali ang direksyong tinitignan natin? What if ang tunay na Eden ay hindi sa lupaing tuyo, disyerto at batuan, kundi isang luntiang kapuluan na punong-puno ng buhay? What if ang sinasabing silangan sa Bible ay hindi Middle East, kundi Far East? At doon, mga kabida, nandoon ang Pilipinas. Sounds crazy? Hintayin mong marinig ang mga ebidensya. Ang Pilipinas, isang paraisong hindi lang turista ang nabibigay. Tingnan mo ang Pilipinas, mga kabida. 7,641 islands. Mga kagubatan na sobrang masagana. Mga bundok na nakatago sa ulap. Mga ilog, mga talon, mga dagat na kumikislap. Mga hayop at halamang hindi mo makikita kahit sa sulok ng mundo. Literal na paradise on earth. Ayon sa mga scientists, ang Pilipinas ay nasa tinatawag na Coral Triangle, ang pinaka-biodiverse marine zone sa mundo. 5% ng lahat ng kilalang species sa buong planeta ay makikita sa ating bansa. At napakarami sa kanila ay endemic, meaning ay dito lang talaga sila matatagpuan. At kung titingnan mo ang mga kagubatan ng Palawan, Sierra Madre, Samar at Mindanao, hindi ba parang paraiso, mga kabida? Parang bahagi ng isang sinaunang hardin na hindi nasisira ng panahon. Kung hahanapin mo ang isang lugar na mayaman sa buhay, puno ng pagkain, may perfect na klima, mayaman sa tubig at mineral, hindi mo na kailangan pang lumipad sa Middle East. Nandito na mismo sa ating sariling bansa, ang Pilipinas. Hindi ito tulad ng bansang tigang, tuyo at mabato. Hindi ito kulang sa ulan o halaman. Hindi ito lupang kailangan pang buhayin. Buhay na buhay ang Pilipinas. Isang katanyang eksaktong tumutugma sa imahe ng Eden. At kung iisipin mo, hindi ba't ganito rin inilalarawan ng Eden? Isang lugar na puno ng halaman, puno ng hayop, may malinis na ilog, may siksik na prutas, at mayaman sa ginto at gemstones. Paraiso, buhay, kasaganahan, big check. Pero teka lang, hindi pa tayo dito natatapos mga kabida. Ang apat na ilog, ang pinakamalaking ebidensya. Marami ang nagsasabing, hindi pwedeng Pilipinas ang Eden kasi iba ang pangalan ng mga ilog dito. Ayon sa Biblia, 4 na dakilang ilog ang nagmumula sa Eden. Ito ang Pishon, Gihon, Tigris, at Euphrates. Kung ang Genesis ay sinulat libu-libong taon na ang nakalipas, posible bang nagbago ang pangalan ng mga ilog na ito sa pagdaan ng panahon? Siyempre, ang mga sinaunang mapa, pangalan ng ilog, at boundaries ng mundo noon ay hindi na pareho sa ngayon. Maraming scholar ang nagsasabing hindi ito dapat gawing literal. Dapat tingnan kung ano ang pattern. At ano ang pattern? Ang pattern ay 4 na malalaking ilog na nagbibigay buhay sa kapuluan. May 4 bang malalaking ilog ang Pilipinas? Yes naman mga kabida. Ang Pilipinas ay may 4 na major river systems na kapansin-pansin tugma sa paglalarawan ng Genesis. Ang Cagayan River na pinakamalaki sa ating bansa. Ang Agusan River na isa sa pinakamahaba. Ang Rio Grande de Mindanao o Bulani. At ang Pampanga River na malawak at napakasagana. Hindi natin sinasabi na sila nga ang 4 na ilog na Eden. Pero isipin mo na lang, kabida. Ang bansa pa sa Southeast Asia ang may 4 na ganoong kalalaki ng mga ilog na bumabalot sa isang luntiang lupain. Iilan lang, di ba? At may mas kapansin-pansin pa. Sa Biblia, sinasabi ng Eden ay dinadaluyan ng maraming tubig. At ang Pilipinas, isang archipelago literal na binuo ng tubig. Kaya kung hardin ang tubig ang hinahanap mo, tugma ito. Coincidence lang ba? Ano sa tingin niyo? Eden sa silangan. Kung nasaan ang Pilipinas? May isang linya sa Genesis na halos palaging nalalampasan. And the Lord planted a garden in the east. Saan east? East from where? East from the perspective ng mga Israelita, mga Hebreo, mga taong nakatira sa Middle East mismo. Kung ang reference point ay Israel, ang pinakamalayong east ay ang Far East, Southeast Asia. Tingnan nyo ang mapa mga kabida. Kung titingin kang diretso sa east, ano makikita mo? Mga isla ng Southeast Asia at sa dulo ng linya ay ang Pilipinas. Hindi hilaga, hindi timog, hindi kanluran. Diretsong silangan. At guess what? Maraming ancient map noong 1500s hanggang 1700s ang nagpapakita ng misteryosong Islands of the East na tinaguri ang Land of Gold, Land of God, o Islands of Paradise. At madalas, ang hugis nito ay parang Pilipinas. Coincidence na naman? O may sinusubukang sabihin na ang kasaysayan, gold, onyx, at ang mga yaman ng Eden? Sa OzVlog. So,
Wala na. Mag-order na pala siya.
Champion journey ko, dito magsimula. I'm Alex Yao. This is my milestone. Together, let's energize tomorrow's champions today. Share your milestone.
Sa Genesis, ginanggit ang 3 bagay na makikita raw sa Eden. Ang lupa sa Eden ay puno ng ginto, onyx, at mabangong resin o bedellium. Ngayon, tingnan natin ang Pilipinas. Isa tayo sa top gold-producing countries sa buong mundo. May mga mina tayo ng onyx at iba pang gemstones. At ang ating mga kagubatan ay puno ng mga resin-producing trees na ginagamit sa langis, pabango, at herbal medicine. Kapansin-pansin ang pagkakatugma ng mga ito na para bang nag-iiwan ng breadcrumbs ang kasaysayan. Tatlo sa tatlo, tugmang-tugma. Sabi nga nila, kung may tatlong paliwanag na nagkakatugma, hindi mo na ito dapat tawagin coincidence. Pwede ng clue, Mount of the East, ang Cordillera. May kakaibang parirala rin sa ilang sinaunang tekstong Hebreo mga kabida, ang Mountain of the East. Sa lumang Jewish traditions, binanggit ang Mountain of the East na isang mataas na kabundukan na nakikita mula sa Eden. At kung titignan mo ang mapa mula sa Israel papuntang silangan, saan ang unang bansa na may tunay na malalaking kabundukan? Ang Cordillera Mountain Range sa Pilipinas, isa sa pinakabulubundukin sa Southeast Asia, mataas, malamig, laging may ulap. Para itong isang sinaunang Mount of the East na nagbabantay sa Luzon. Mga kabundukan na may fog, may ginto, may ilog na dumadaloy mula taas pababa. Isang imahe na halos parallel sa kanilang misteryoso Mount of the East. Hindi natin sinasabing ito na yun. Pero ang tanong, anong bansa pa ba ang may ganitong katangian sa silangan? Prutas ng paraiso, ang mga bunga ng Pilipinas. Sa Biblia, may tree of life at tree of knowledge, mga prutas na heavenly ang lasa. At sa Pilipinas, may mga prutas na literal na otherworldly kung ilalarawan ng mga dayuhan. Ilan sa mga ito, ang Chico, Star Apple o Kaimito, na inilalarawan ang mala heavenly sweet na lasa nito. Nandiyan din ang mangga na tinatawag na fruit of the gods ng mga manlalakbay noon. Meron din tayong mga coconut na nagbibigay ng pagkain, tubig at langis. Isa pa ang saging at papaya na sagana at mabilis payapanin. Napakadami nating mga prutas na matamis, makatas, at parang mula mismo sa kwento ng mitolohiya. Ito ang mga klase ng prutas na kapag natikman mo, maiisip mo, kung may paraiso sa lupa, ganito ang lasa. Ang sinaunang alamat ng mga Pilipino. Kung ang Biblia ay may Adam at Eve, ang Pilipinas ay may malakas at maganda. Parehong unang lalaki at unang babae. Parehong galing sa kalikasan. Parehong simbolo ng simula. Isang lalaki at babae na lumabas mula sa isang ikong kawayan. Isang creation myth na halos kapareho ng first humans narrative ng Bible. Isang napakagandang imahe na nagpapakita ng pagsilang ng tao mula sa lupa at halaman. Katulad ng mga sinaunang storya galing sa Hebreo at Mesopotamia, kung saan ang tao ay galing sa alabok at lupa. May mga alamat din na naglalarawan ng isang sinaunang lugar na sobrang sagana, puno ng puno at prutas at mga ilog na nagbibigay buhay. Ang mga tribo sa iba't ibang isla tulad ng Ayeta, Mangyan, Higaonon at Ifugao ay may sari-sariling bersyon ng unang hardin. Ibig sabihin, kahit sinaunang Pilipino ay may konsepto ng paraisong pinagmulan. Hindi aksidente, hindi kopya, hindi panggagaya. Ito ay patunay na ang mga sinaunang tao sa kapuluan ay may sariling bersyon ng creation story. Malaki ang posibilidad na ang Pilipinas ay may ancient memory ng isang paradise origin story. At saan galing ang ganoong memorya? Sa isang lugar na punong-puno ng buhay. Isang lugar na parang Eden. Ang tunay na responsibilidad ni Adan at Eva. Sa Genesis, ang tao ay nilikha para alagaan ang hardin. Hindi para sakupin, kundi para pangalagaan mga kabila. Kung titingnan mo ang sinaunang kultura ng Pilipinas, ang mga katutubo natin mula Cordillera hanggang Mindanao ay may paggalang sa kalikasan at naniniwalang may espiritu ang ilog, puno at bundok. Ang kalikasan ay hindi ari-arian. Ito ay kapamilya, kasama, kayamanan na dapat protektahan. Para bang ang lifestyle ng mga ninuno natin ay kapareho ng konsepto ng caretaker of the garden. Kung may lugar sa mundo na pinakamalapit sa original relationship between humans and paradise, Pilipinas yun. Totoo ba na ang Eden ay nasa Pilipinas? Ito ang pinakamalaking tanong. Hindi natin sinasabing siguradong Pilipinas ang Eden. Ang punto natin ay ang Pilipinas ay may kakaibang mga tugma, patterns at parallel. At minsan, ang mga misteryo ng mundo ay hindi tungkol sa kung ano ang sigurado, kundi kung ano ang posible. At posible kahit gaano ka-wild pakinggan na ang Pilipinas ay minsang naging kandidato para sa isang sinaunang hardin, isang lugar ng kasaganaan, isang paraisong halos hindi nagagalaw, isang hardin na nagbigay inspirasyon sa kwento ng pinagmulan ng tao. Pero kabila, ito ang pinakamahalaga. Hindi natin kailangang hanapin ang Eden para maramdaman ang misteryo nito. Hindi dahil gusto nating i-claim ang Eden. Hindi dahil gusto nating palitan ang mga paniniwala ng iba. Kundi dahil kailangan natin pahalagahan ang ating bansa. Na makita ang Pilipinas bilang higit pa sa tourist spot, kundi bilang isang lugar na may malalim na kasaysayan, kultura at kababalaghan. Ang Pilipinas ay may taglay na kagandahan at kasaganahan na parang galing sa isang sinaunang kwento. At kung hindi man literal na Eden, tiyak na isa ito sa pinakamalapit na larawan ng kung ano ang maaaring hitsura ng paraiso. Ang tunay na tanong, ikaw, ano sa tingin mo? Sa huli, ikaw ang magdidesisyon kanina. Ikaw na ang huhusga kung ang mga ilog, tutok, prutas, alamat, ginto, at kultura ng kapuluan ay sapat pa mag-ebidensya. Ikaw ang pipili kung ito ba'y coincidence lang o may mas malalim na paliwanag. Ang paghahanap sa Eden ay hindi lang paghahanap ng lugar, kundi paghahanap ng kahulugan. Pagka ang paraiso na hinahanap natin ay nasa talitan lang. Pagka nasa mismong lupang, tinatapakan na natin mga kaya. Ang hardin ba ng Eden ay talagang nasa Pilipinas? O isa lang itong simbolo ng pag-asa, paraiso, at kagandahan ng kalikasan ng ating bansa? O baka parang ang totoo? Ano sa tingin niyo, mga kapita? Kaya na ang musya. Kung nagustuhan mo ang paglalakbay natin ito sa misteryo ng Eden, huwag kalimutang Supremo.
Kurang?
Isang libo siya para alam ko siya. Nag-isip ibang lokado sa kasi nag-isip sa sama. Pero hindi niya dito. Nang isang libo siya naraan. At walong punyano pinag-isipan ng Pulusegan. Natapitin ng isla. Pero di niya tinuloy. Kahapon nagbago ito. At ngayon, papunta na ang mga Marines sa iyo. Ayon sa Wall Street Journal, sinaprobahan ni Kaibul ng Defense of Fifth Asset ang paglipat ng Amphibious Ready Group at Marine Expeditionary Unit sa gitnang silangan. Ang Amphibious Ready Group ay pag-isang unit para sa sea-based na pagsalakay, espesyal na operasyon, at makataong misyon. Kasama rito ang 5,000 tauhan kalahati Marines at kalahati Mandaragat. Ngayon, malinaw na hindi na sapat para sa isang buong pandumang mananakop sila.
Inaway ka?
Ay, ka?
Mahalaga ang halal sa
Ay,
isang pangkalaan ng Gilas. Bakit nais itong sakit ng Gilas? Ganito kasi yan. Sila
Ay,
ang
ka naman.
ng Pilipinas na ina-export ng nila sa
Ay,
pamalaan
ka.
sa Luzon. Sila ang
Ay,
pumupunta
ka.
at ang dahilan yan ay dahil sa itong terminal sa praktikal na matatao. Pinapayagan ng terminal ang malalaking tanker na may kapasidad na 85 milyong galon ng mais na madaling tumaong sa kabumalik sa Golfo ng Persia at lumabas ng ipot sa Hormuz papuntang China. Ang China ang pangunahing gumagamit ng mais mula Iran. Bakit pa ito mahalaga? Ito rin ang pang-ekonomiyang lifeline ng Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps o IRGC. Kapag nakuha at nahawakan mo ang isla ngayon, mapuputol mo ang kanilang lifeline at kakayahan sa digmaan.
Yung napuporsya ng langis na ina-export ng Iran ay sa islang balas. Dito, mahalaga ginawin. Hindi sa islang ito, kinukuha ang langis. Kundi ang karamihan ng langis ay talagang nanggagaling mula sa mainland ng Iran sa pamamagitan ng mga pipeline. Pagkatapos, inadala ito sa oil depot ng Iceland, ilalagay sa mga desert, at ipinapadala sa iba't ibang panig ng mundo. Ngayon, alam niyo na ang kita sa langis ang pangunahing pinapupunan ng pera ng IRGC. Ibinigay na ng Islamic Republic sa IRGC ang kontrol sa lahat ng yaman ng langis ng bansa. Ibig sabihin, ang isla ang pangunahing pinapupunan ng pondo ng Revolutionary Guard Corps na nagtatanggol sa Yemen. Kaya naging target ito ng US sa loob ng mga dekada. Hanggang ngayon, walang presidente ang umatake nito. Pero nagbago ito kagabi nang maglabas ng pahayag si Pangulong Trump. Ayon sa aking utos, isinagawa ng United States Central Command ang isa sa pinakamalakas na pambubumba sa gitnang silangan. At winasak ang lahat ng target militar sa mahalagang yaman ng Iran, ang Karga Island. Sa katunayan, ang video na nakikita ninyo sa inyong screen ay mula mismo sa raid na yon na ibinahagi ni Pangulong Trump kagabihan. Winasak ng mga pag-atake nito ang mga missile site, operasyon ng pagmimina, at syempre, mga military oscillator. Nilinaw ni Trump na hindi ba tinasamaan ng mga mag-atake ang mga pasilidad ng langis. Nagbigay rin siya ng babala.
Balik na, tinilip ko.
Magdaan sa Straits Forces. Muling pag-iisipan ng desisyon huwag tamaan ang mga pasilidad ng langis nila. Ngayon, muling papasok sa eksena ang mga marine. Pagkatapos inunsyo ang mga pag-atake, tinanong si Pangulong Trump kung plano niyang sabugin ang isla. Ito ang kanyang sagot. Pakinggan ninyo.
Noong isang libot siyam na raan, ang Colombo Brother si Donald Trump na magiging Pangulo ay nagbenta ng librong The Art of the Deal. Nagbigay siya ng panayam sa isang pahayagang British kung saan pinag-usapan ninyo ang tungkol sa Iran. Sinabi mong dapat may balik ng respeto ng Amerika sa mundo at nagbigay ka ng matitinding pahayag laban sa Islamic Republic. Sabi mo, tinatawa pinubulbul nila tayo sa psikolohiya, ginagawang tanga tayo. Kapag may kahit isang palang tumama sa tao ng barko natin, papanatan ko ang Karg Island. Papasok ako at kukunin yun. Ngayon, 2,026 ikaw na ang presidente. Iniisip mo bang kunin ang Karg Island na dinadaanan ng 90% ng langis ng Iran? Anong palagay mo tungkol sa naalala mo ba ang panayam na yon at ang pananaw na yon? O Brian, hindi ko masasagot yan at hindi mo dapat itanong. Hindi mo na dapat itanong yan. Isa lang ito sa maraming bagay. Hindi ito mataas sa listahan, pero kasama pa rin. Pwede ko rin baguhin isip ko agad. Pero alam mo para itanong mo ang ganyan tanong. Sino bang sasagot sa tanong na yan? Hindi ko sabihin, tinatanong mo ako, kagayan, sige tama. Sino naman ang magtatanong yan? At sinong tanga ang sasagot? Halimbawa, gawin ko o hindi? Ano sasabihin ko sa iyo? Oh, Brian, iniisip ko gawin yun. Papaalam ko sa iyo kung ano
or enters its third week. Joining us now with the latest is ILTV.
It's just comfort, or is it something much deeper? You're lying in bed, lights off, the house is still. And just as your thoughts begin to drift, you feel it. A soft weight lands beside you. A small, warm body curls near your chest or behind your knees. Maybe it's by your feet. Maybe it's right on top of your heart. Your cat has chosen this exact moment when you're the most vulnerable to lie down and fall asleep beside you. It seems ordinary, cute even. But what if I told you that moment is not just comfort? What if your cat is trying to tell you something you've been missing? Welcome to If Your Cat Sleeps With You. They're trying to tell you this. A video that will forever change the way you see those quiet shared nights. And before we go any further, let me ask you something. Not for me, and not for this channel, but if you've ever felt a strange peace in the way your cat curls beside you, if you've ever wondered why they always choose you when the world quiets down, then you won't hesitate to like this video and subscribe. Not out of habit, but because deep down, you already feel what we're about to uncover. Because when a cat sleeps with you, it's not random. It's a decision, a message, a declaration. You see, cats are not like dogs. They don't follow you for validation or snuggle just because it's warm. Every movement a cat makes, especially while sleeping, is calculated. In the wild, sleep is one of the most dangerous states an animal can enter. It's when they're the most vulnerable to predators, noises, or unexpected changes. So a cat doesn't just fall asleep anywhere or next to anyone. They choose the safest place in the world. And sometimes that place is you. Think about that. Out of every corner of the house, every soft blanket, every quiet spot, they choose your bed, your presence, your heartbeat. That's not convenience. That's devotion. When your cat sleeps next to you or on you, they're saying, I feel safest when I'm near you. I trust you with my life. That alone is worth everything. Now, let's go deeper. Have you noticed where your cat sleeps on your body? Some rest by your feet, not too close, but still in your energy field. Others curl behind your knees, sensing warmth and steady movement. Some prefer to stretch across your back, like a soft, ribbon blanket. But then there are those who climb higher, to your chest, your neck, even your face. Why? Because those areas are the most emotionally charged. Your chest is where your heartbeat lives. Your neck holds your scent. Your face is your identity. When your cat curls up on your chest, they're aligning their body with your rhythm. They're sinking to your breathing, to your stillness, to your soul. And when they purr during that moment, slow, deep, rhythmic, they're not just relaxing. They're speaking, comforting, merging. It's their way of saying, we are one. You are my person. Many people mistake this for a search for warmth. And sure, body heat plays a role. Cats love cozy spots. But your cat could just as easily sleep on a pile of fresh laundry or next to a heating deck. They don't. They come to you. That's not about temperature. That's about trust. Sleeping with you is a form of emotional imprinting, a private ritual they repeat every night to reinforce their connection with you. Some cats even wait for you to lie down. They follow your bedtime. They appear minutes after the lights are off, as if they've been watching, waiting for their moment. That's not habit. That's emotional timing. And for those cats that insist on sleeping on your pillow, close to your face, that's one of the deepest signs of feline love there is. Cats rarely expose their faces in vulnerable ways, but when they put their face near yours, they're surrendering that instinct. They're saying, I want to be close to your breath. I want to smell your thoughts. I want to feel you, even in your dreams. It's a closeness that defies logic. They don't need you to move. They don't need to be touched. They just need to be there in your presence. It's emotional gravity. And they're pulled to you every night. And if you're someone who moves in your sleep,
or shifts position often. You may notice your cat adjusting too, but they don't leave. They reposition, they adapt, they reattach themselves to you again and again. No matter how much the night stirs, that's not convenience, that's choice. Night after night, choice after choice, they return to you. It's not for safety, it's not for heat, it's because they want you. Now here's a truth many don't consider. Cats are creatures of habit, but they are also masters of boundaries. They don't do anything they don't want to do. They don't fake affection. They don't pretend. So if your cat sleeps beside you, it's because they mean it, and that honesty is powerful. Because in their world, sleeping is surrender, it's peace, it's a vulnerable, sacred offering, and they've chosen to share that with you. So tonight, when you climb into bed and feel the soft weight of your cat joining you, don't brush it off. Don't dismiss it as a random act or cute behavior. Recognize it for what it truly is, a nightly reminder that you are safe, you are trusted, you are loved. Your cat may not speak your language, but in this, in sleep, they speak the truth. But what if I told you it's not just about closeness, that sometimes your cat doesn't sleep with you. They sleep for you, because when you close your eyes, they might just be opening theirs. And what your cat does next while you sleep could mean they're not just trusting you, they're protecting you. The silent guardian, when love becomes protection. You're asleep, completely unaware of your surroundings, vulnerable, still. But your cat is not. While your body rests, their ears remain alert, their eyes half open, their instincts quietly switched on. Because sometimes when your cat sleeps with you, they're not just seeking warmth or connection. They're watching over you. They become something ancient, something primal, a silent guardian. You may have never noticed it, but your cat often chooses strategic positions during the night. Some sleep near your bedroom door, some curl against your back, the space between you and the room. Others perch at your feet or lie across your chest. It's not a coincidence. It's not just comfort, it's defense. Cats are hardwired for spatial awareness. Even in a domestic setting, those instincts remain. They scan, they track, they predict. When your cat positions itself near entry points or in places where it can watch over you, it's fulfilling a role that's as old as the species itself, protector of the territory, keeper of peace. And you are part of that territory. More than that, you're the heart of it. Some cats even sleep with one ear turned outward, listening. Others flinch or shift their head slightly when they hear a creak in the hallway or a sound at the window. It's subtle, but it's intentional. They're not just reacting, they're monitoring. And the most remarkable part, they don't do this for everyone. If your cat chooses to sleep near you and respond to disturbances while remaining by your side, it means something powerful. They feel responsible for you. Yes, you, the human, the one who feeds them, cares for them, and yet is still seen as someone worth protecting. That's not instinct, that's bond. Let me tell you a story. There was a man who lived alone in a small apartment. His cat, an orange tabby named Leo, always slept at the edge of the bed, near the door, every night, like clockwork. One night, around 3 a.m., Leo jumped onto the man's chest and meowed loudly in his face, pawing at his shirt. Confused and groggy, the man sat up, just in time to notice smoke trickling into the room from under the door. A small fire had started in the kitchen. Leo had known. Somehow, in his feline vigilance, he'd sensed the danger. He could have fled the room. He could have hidden. But instead, he warned his human. Not with words, not with panic, but with urgency and love. That wasn't a trained skill. It wasn't luck. It was the product of sleeping beside someone night after night, burning their breath, their rhythm, their patterns, and knowing when something had changed. Now, not every story is that dramatic, but every night that your cat chooses to sleep near you, ears flicking, tail twitching, eyes half open, there's a silent commitment being made. I'm here. I'm watching.
you're safe. This behavior doesn't always come with affection. Sometimes it's just presence. You might wake up and see your cat sitting on your windowsill, gazing into the night, or crouched near the door like a statue, or lying at the base of the bed, unmoving, a sentinel in the dark. They are not restless. They're not bored. They're holding the line, keeping the calm, guarding the one they trust most. And what's even more beautiful, sometimes the roles reverse. Sometimes it's you who gives your cat the safety they seek. Have you noticed your cat curling tighter against you during a thunderstorm? Or after loud guests leave your home? Or when you're both somewhere unfamiliar, like a hotel or a friend's house? In those moments, your presence becomes their shield. They sleep closer, breathe deeper, relax faster. Because just as you feel watched over by them, they feel protected by you. And this shared exchange, this mutual reliance, is where the relationship becomes more than companionship. It becomes partnership. There's something incredibly intimate about two beings choosing to sleep together when neither one has to. It's not survival. It's not convenience. It's a choice made silently, night after night. A contract of protection written in warmth and rhythm and stillness. And as you sleep, your cat leads into that agreement, offering what they can with all they are. No words, no gestures, just presence. Some researchers suggest that cats who sleep close to their humans enter a deeper sleep cycle than those who don't. Why? Because they feel safe enough to let go. And isn't that what we all want? To have a space, a person, where we can rest, truly rest, without fear. Your cat finds that in you, and they return the gift the only way they know how, with vigilance, with stillness, with silent protection. There are also cats who gently wake their humans throughout the night, not out of mischief, but instinct. Maybe they tap your face, maybe they curl tighter around your chest when you toss in your sleep. They're not being annoying, they're checking on you. Because in their mind, you are precious cargo. They're not just there for cuddles or routine. They're invested emotionally, spiritually, physically. So the next time you wake up at 3 a.m. and see your cat staring into the hallway, or sitting near the door, or nestled tightly into your back like a furry wall of peace, don't be alarmed. Feel honored. Because while you slept in absolute peace, someone small, silent, and strong stood watch. Not because they had to, but because they chose to. That's not just love. That's loyalty. That's protection. And it's one of the greatest ways your cat says, I love you, and I've got you. But what if there's more? What if your cat doesn't just protect you from the outside world, but from within? What if, night after night, they curl close not because of what's happening around you, but because of what's happening inside you? Because sometimes they don't come to guard, they come to heal. And what your cat feels, deep in your energy and your emotions, might be the very reason they never leave your side at night. Your cat feels what you don't say and sleeps with you because of it. You might think you're good at hiding it, the sadness, the stress, the exhaustion you carry silently through the day and try to ignore at night, but your cat knows. Even before you lie down, even before your body shows signs of fatigue, they sense it, something in your energy, your rhythm, your breathing. And that's why, on those nights when the weight feels heavier than usual, they appear without a sound and lie beside you, or on you, or just close enough that you feel them. Even if you don't look, they're not being affectionate, they're being present, not for their comfort, but for yours. Cats have a sensitivity that science is only beginning to understand. Their hearing can detect the subtlest shift in your voice. Their noses can pick up on hormonal changes, including stress, anxiety, and even illness. Their eyes read your posture, your pace, your stillness. And their instinct? It's tuned to emotion, not in words, but in vibration, in presence, in energy. Have you ever noticed that your cat sleeps closer to you after a hard day? They might press their body into yours more than usual. They might rest their head against your chest as if trying to anchor you. Or maybe they just curl into a ball beside your pillow, eyes half closed, like a quiet guardian absorbing everything you can't express. This isn't coincidence. It's compassion. A kind of silent emotional radar that allows them to detect not only that something is wrong, but that you need them, even if you don't say it, especially if you don't say it. Some people call it emotional mirroring, others call it empathy. But those words don't capture the stillness of it, the quiet way your cat responds to your pain, not with noise, not with reaction, but with presence. They don't try to fix anything. They don't try to distract you. They just stay. And in their world, that is everything. And then there's the purring. You've felt it. That soft, rhythmic hum against your chest or stomach or arm. A vibration so subtle, so ancient, that it feels like it's coming from somewhere deeper than their body. That sound isn't just comfort. It's medicine. Studies have shown that cats purr at frequencies between 25 and 150 hertz, a range that promotes healing in bones, tissues, and even the nervous system. But beyond the physical, purring is a signal of trust and love. And when your cat chooses to purr while lying on top of you, especially when you're not touching them, they're not just relaxing, they're healing you emotionally, energetically, intentionally. Some cats will even purr louder when you cry. They might not know what tears mean, but they know what they feel like. They know that when your breath changes, when your shoulders drop, when your heart beats faster, something is wrong. And so they come. They grow tighter. They make noise. They vibrate into you. Not as a reaction, but as a response. A sacred act of emotional resonance. There are stories, hundreds of them, from people who've gone through illness, grief, depression, and say their cat never left their side, sometimes for days, sometimes for weeks, always in silence, as if the cat understood that words had no place there, just warmth, stillness, love. Here's one story that will stay with you. A woman had just lost her mother. She was inconsolable. For days, she barely spoke, ate, moved. Her cat, usually independent, rarely affectionate, suddenly began to sleep curled tightly around her head, every night, without fail, not near her, not at her feet, but around her head, wrapping itself like a halo of comfort. And when the woman began to cry in her sleep, the cat would place a paw on her forehead, gently, repeatedly, as if saying, "I'm here, let it out, you're not alone." That cat had never done that before, and never did it again, not in the same way. Because that level of closeness wasn't habit, it was need, it was response. This is why some cats change their sleeping patterns when you're going through something. They might become clingier, they might follow you to bed earlier, they might even sleep directly on areas where you're feeling pain, your stomach, your chest, your legs. And many times people report that those areas begin to feel better, faster. Coincidence? Maybe, but maybe not. Because when an animal sleeps with you for reasons beyond their own comfort, something deeper is happening, something unseen. Your cat's love is not like a human's. It doesn't come with grand gestures or dramatic declarations. It comes in quiet moments, in soft pause, in silent presence. And sometimes the love is so deep, it's intuitive. They don't need to know why you feel what you feel. They just know you feel it. And that's enough for them to curl close, wrap around you, and sleep where your pain lives, as if absorbing it through fur and breath and trust. Even the way they breathe when they're with you can shift. Have you noticed it? Your cat breathing slower, more deeply, synchronizing with you. That's not just biology, that's bonding. Two beings, two species, regulating each other's nervous systems without a single word spoken. It's more than companionship, it's emotional co-regulation. So, the next time your cat crawls onto your chest and just rests there, Don't assume it's for their sake. It might be for yours. They might have sensed the thing you buried, the thing you were too tired to name, too afraid to share.